What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again. That's right. We're actually back. Despite how the last episode went, this series actually isn't over. I know. Last episode would have given you every reason to believe that this series was actually ending, but it's not. At least not yet. We're probably close to the end of this series, but we're not quite there yet. Now, considering we are moving forward, we do have a couple of interesting decisions to make. Of course, the reason why this series is continuing in general at this point is because of one Dylan Boyer. High franchise. The sooner you become a 95 plus overall, the better, because that means I can end the series. However, the last episode was probably highlighted not by the playoff controversy, but by me acquiring a certain Swedish goalie who just couldn't show up. He just couldn't show up for a Nation United. No, he had to show up here and now. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold on to him. And if we actually sim through another couple of seasons, bottom line, we're going to make sure that he never sees the light of day. He will never play a game in the NHL. I will make sure of it. I will make damn sure of it. But anyway, like I mentioned, we have a lot to do. A lot of big players to re-sign. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass, if I'm honest, with the amount of players that we have to re-sign. But we'll have to deal with it. We will have to deal with it. So let's find out just what we can do. And the first thing we have to worry about is one Harold Van Kadishin wanting a truckload of money. A literal truckload of money. The good thing is we can drop this down to $9.3 million on the dot, which is a pretty damn good deal. And of course, we'll get a hell of a return for him. Jared Coro can be let go. Nick Hague, who, man, most people call into question why I've kept him around anyway, but he is our captain, our fearless leader, and we will look to resign him. And to be honest, it's not going to be too bad of a contract. 6.225 for the captain. Who else do we have? Sergei Tolchinsky we can let go of. He was just a random AHL signing. And Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid's a UFA, which means we're going to go from paying him, what was it, like $6.5 million per season because of the salary cap retention. Needless to say, we're going to have to pay him a little bit more, not a tremendous amount. We're looking at $9.75 here, but still quite a bit more than what we were paying him, obviously, at least $3.25 million more, I do believe. But not a bad deal for him. Very, very strong chance that Connor is traded, of course. We'll see. Right now, it's just a matter of keeping everybody on this team and then being able to trade them after the fact. I have no idea what this team is going to look like. I mean, once again, we're going to hit that wall of having to re-sign a lot of people. We'll find out. We will find out. So, let's see. We have $11 million left and a shitload of RFAs to sign. Most of them won't be that expensive, though, so I think we can actually pull this off, which is hilarious. Kaminsky wants $6 million, which... Right. Okay. Okay, so who am I... You know what? I should pay the most expensive guys first. I really should. But let me just see here. Kolosov, we can still get on a two-way deal, so we'll do that. Kuleshov, we can still... No, we can't get on a two-way deal anymore. So we will do the 85% trick for him. Save ourselves a little bit of money. Knock that down to 1,175. So not a whole hell of a lot of money. But it might work out for us. Finley will still take a two-way deal. Yoshimura will not take a two-way deal. Not really surprised. But still, we'll be able to drop that down by a decent amount. 1.4 even. Every little cent is going to count at this point. We are going to be very, very close to the cap. No doubt about that. But we should be able to make this work. We should be able to hold on to everybody. And then it's figuring out, when do we get rid of people? Do we just do it at the beginning of free agency, or do I wait until the start of next season, as I typically do, and sign, or, not sign everybody, but trade everybody that I have to at that point, which I might delay because I really don't feel like looking through every damn team again and trying to figure out who I have to get rid of. Now, we have 3 players left to sign with $10 million to work with. We're not going to be able to make this work, I don't think, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign Scarlett first, simply because he's cheaper, and if the other 2 have to go to free agency and an AI sends an offer sheet, I'll at least get a better return for them based on the money that they are asking for. Which, to be honest, that's what it's looking like we're going to have to do. I don't think we're going to be able to re-sign everybody here, which kind of sucks. Because much like with, I think it was Tommy Hagman, we ended up having to have him go to free agency as a restricted free agent, and then we weren't able to hold on to him because, of course, we had to sign him for a lot more than we would have liked to. The 85% trick doesn't work on free agents. So, $8 million to spend. $8 million to spend, and 2 86 overall players to sign. That is probably not going to happen. Because with Kaminsky, we can knock that down to 5.5. So yeah, there is no way. So what we'll do is we will take a look. We will sign. The question is, who the hell do we sign first? We can sign one of them, and then we got to risk the other one going to free agency. 31 points for Kaminsky. Malkin had 27. I'm not too excited. Like, here's the thing. It's really not even going to matter because neither player is going to be on our team for that much longer anyway. It's not really going to make a difference. But I guess we'll go for Kaminsky. We'll re-sign him. We'll let Malkin go to free agency. And then we'll see what happens. So 5.525 is the magic number there. We will offer sheet Malkin, or qualify Malkin. And we're good to go. We are pretty much good to go. And of course, if there is anybody available free agent-wise, we'll try to make that work. But fingers crossed we have that offer sheet pop up for Malkin, because for $6 million or so, I mean, that's at least a first-round pick, which I would certainly get more for him if I could avoid that situation, which I'm going to try to. But you get my point. You get my point. Olya Levy is the highlight. He's not that great. Malkin is definitely the gem of that free agent class. No doubt about it. He wants $7 million on the open market, too. So, to be honest, I don't even know if it's worth trying. Like, I could trade somebody right now and then try to sign him. I might just let somebody offer sheet him and then just let him go. Like, he does have really good value, I believe. Actually, his value might be a tad bit lower than I thought it was. Yeah, his value is actually a tad bit lower than I thought it was. I mean, it's not as bad as Roloff's, but it's not as good as even Zeeler, who progressed tremendously over the last season. So, I might just wait to see if that offer sheet works out. And then sim to the start of the next season, take a look at our player progression, and we might, I say might because it never works out that way, but we might have this team built a bit more quickly than I would have thought. So let's find out here. Are there any decent prospects? Of course, is the first thing we will look for. The answer is no, at least for goaltenders. What about on defense? What are we dealing with here? Pretty much nobody. Is that our DeRozier's? I think it is. Louis DeRozier. We definitely had him at one point. A bit of a bust, unfortunately, for Buffalo, and unfortunately for us, we gave up quite a bit to acquire him. I could go for Shirokov, Frolov. There's a lot of medium top 6 defensemen available, which, I mean, not the best quality of player to pick up, but still something we could look to do. Medium top nines as well. Like, not bad players, but nobody that's really worth going after. Do we at least have a high top 9 player here? Of course not. And for centers, there is nobody. Nobody at all. So, let's just move forward. And we'll see. Here's the thing. If Malkin ends up getting offer sheeted, I'll probably just let him go. Or maybe I will trade somebody else. Ideally for me, and it won't happen, as I'm explaining what I want to happen here, he'll get offer sheeted. If we can get to the preseason without somebody sending him an offer sheet, which maybe it won't happen just because of how much he's asking for, then I can do all the moves I have to do, sign him, and then trade him anyway. Although I think I would technically get in trouble, for trading someone too early after signing him. Which, at this point, who gives a shit at this point? I mean, this late into the series, who really cares? Who really cares? But, oh, no, there it is. There it is. A first and a third. The Islanders went after him. $8 million per season. Should that not be more than just one first? I feel like we should be getting a hell of a lot more back for that. Just one first and a third? Really? That seems really low. Like, incredibly low. Now, again, I have the decision of matching that, which, yikes, $8 million. He definitely won't be staying here the entire season. If we hold on to him, we'd get rid of him at the deadline for sure, at the latest, because we are going to have player progression. It is a guarantee that we trade Van Katterson, though. I mean, Dundas is going to be ready. Boyer should be good enough to be the backup. So, that is a little bit disappointing. But, I mean, if we let him go for this, at worst, we actually, and I don't even think I'd be able to trade for him. I think I'm just going to let him go. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's just let him go. I don't care. I could trade other people. I don't care. He's going to be traded anyway. I'll take the first and the third. I'll use that first to turn it into the first overall if we go through the next draft and all that shit. You guys know how this works at this point. Who cares? The Islanders can sign Malkin. I was going to trade him anyway. Let's take the compensation. There you go. First and a third from the Islanders in exchange for Malkin, who I really don't think will make the Islanders that much better. So it really is a win-win for me. If they finish poorly, great. If they don't, we still have an extra first-round pick. Unfortunately, the game did sign a couple of players for me to AHL deals, which always sucks for when I'm trying to go best lines. Like, that always sucks to have to deal with that. But we've made it to the preseason. Let's take a look at the progression from our players. That is what we are looking forward to here. So Dundas is a freaking 89 overall. I thought he'd be a 90. It might be a morale thing, though. But, I mean, obviously, Van Katterson is great. He really is. But Dundas, I mean, I guess it'll be worth holding on to him instead. We'll let Van Katterson go because of his cap hit. Boyer is an 80, so he will be the backup this year, although we could play him down in Grand Rapids if we wanted to for one season. We could do that, and I might do that. We could just try to find a different backup goalie. It depends. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then as far as the defense goes, Scarlett's actually a top 4 defenseman, which could really cause issues here, if you think about it. We'll see if he's all right with third pairing minutes. We'll see if he's all right with it. But overall, that's a bit of an issue, and then we're going to have other players to call up here. Actually, Evans is only an 84. Evans is only an 84. That's actually an interesting situation. We do have a lot of depth players. We do have a lot of guys listed as depth forwards. And Roloff, who was a fourth-line power forward because of the physicality. So that leaves us some options as far as what to do. The big question is what do we do with Zeeler and Kaminsky as well. But at this rate, the bottom 6 is going to be pretty damn weak. And really, as far as what to do with this team, we do have a lot of options. We could even start a sort of a mini rebuild as far as getting rid of, like, I don't know, Hischier, Tippett, maybe. Maybe now's the time to kind of kick in a mini rebuild of sorts. I mean, unsigned players, there are these two guys that just suck. Havlid, we actually could sign to have him as our 5th goalie, but I don't know. Part of me just likes the thought of keeping him hostage and not letting him have a career, because he doesn't deserve to have a career, because he showed up in this series and not one of my other ones. So, as far as what I want to do with this team, we did, quote-unquote, win the cup last year. The question is, do we just essentially try to tank for the first time? There are some prospects out there that I could probably get. But when you're talking about who we could trade, we could get rid of Van Kadishin. We will get rid of Van Kadishin, obviously. And let me check free agency really quick to see if there's a better backup. Otherwise, I might go out and acquire one when we make this deal. Because we have to clear out at least one goalie, or is Boyer going to be the backup this season? Boyer is going to be the backup this season. Right, so I'm going to have to sign another goalie. I'm going to want a veteran. And Jake Allen isn't a bad option, although our injury's off at the moment. I can't remember. I could easily check. I don't care. I don't care. So Jake Allen or Coro. You know what? We signed Coro last year, and we'll do it again this year. Why the hell not? We'll bring him back to Grand Rapids. So that's good. And then, let's take a look around the league. Again, I hate having to do this, but let's take a look around the league. Allow me to open up a quick little Word document, and let's see if we have any prospects that are actually worth getting. And there is nobody on Anaheim. Nobody at all. Arizona. Plant's decent. Vauclair's decent, but they're not actual prospects. Like, I'm looking for legitimate prospects that we're not going to have to pay that much. That's what I'm looking for at this point. For the first time in a long time in this series, the Red Wings might suck. We might actually suck. Rene Lecavalier made it up to a 92. Tiny Gray's an 88. Congratulations. You guys actually kind of, I mean, you still look at how much they're getting paid. It's like, god damn. God damn. But is there anybody actually worth trading for prospect-wise? Again, I emphasize prospect-wise. Obviously, like Nolan Patrick's out there. I'm thinking to shake this up, make it a bit interesting at this stage, and maybe try to struggle for a season or two. Hamhuis, good old Daryl Hamhuis that we traded to get the goalie that we currently have. He would still be a good third-line guy. He really would be. And part of me wants to get him back because I didn't want to get rid of him in the first place. So I could look to get him. Solis isn't bad either. You know, still a prospect. Somebody that we could pick up. We might actually make this deal. And then Yzerman's not worth getting. And then medium top sixes that are just garbage, apparently. I don't understand how players that are medium bottoms, or, you know, medium top six have that poor a value, but it's just kind of how it happens. So, Hamhuis, Solis. Like, who would I meant? Like, when I'm talking rebuild, we have 4 players that have max value, by the way. That's 5 if you include Boyer. Like, should I get rid of... Like, how big of a rebuild should we make this? Or should I just kind of not and still, you know, kind of keep the team together? That's the question. I mean, Van Kadishin has to go, first and foremost. So I'm thinking we send him to Columbus. See if we can get some draft picks in return. They could use a starter, that's for sure. And we'd be sending them one of the better goalies in the league. Now, this won't go through, right? But if I sent this offer in return, like if the roles were reversed, they'd take this deal in a heartbeat. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Like, typically... You know what? I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point. I don't know. Basically, if I were to do this, they would kind of just like laugh at me anyway. But here, fuck it. Let's see. Will this go through? There's no way. Of course not. I'm not even going to be able to get a first-round pick out of this because that's just how the values work. That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. That wouldn't go through. Just saying. Absolute joke. It's a 92 overall goalie who just won the Vezina. And I'm asking for a decent prospect, a first-round pick, and a third liner. It's incredible. That's the problem with... Will that go through straight up? Straight up, that won't go through. That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. This game... Oh my god, this game. That's all I can say. Can we get the third round pick in there? Still not enough. Right, whatever. Who cares? Van Kadishin has to go. So whatever. We'll make it happen. What an absolute joke, though, that I'm having to give up picks in this deal. I'm having to give up picks in this deal. It's ridiculous. And to be honest, fourth round picks apparently might not be enough. Third round picks too. Lovely. Just lovely. Like, wow, man. Alright. Nope, it's fine. It's fine. Let's give up that second rounder. It still didn't go through. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is a joke. This is a 92 overall goalie, and we're getting a third liner and a half-decent prospect. Just a bit low for you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to have inconvenienced you, Columbus. Fucking... Oh, you motherfuckers. That should go through. I am so tempted to just not trade him to them. I am so tempted. They don't deserve a player of his caliber. They really don't. You know what? Nope, you're done. You're done. Fuck it. Ham Hughes, Solis, fuck you. Don't want you anymore. You are gone. Piss off. Columbus, you played yourself. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Just had to make it difficult, didn't you? You just had to make it difficult, you motherfuckers. Alright, the search is back on. The search is back on. I don't like our chances. I don't like our chances at all of finding any half-decent players. Oh, boy. So that's the thing. Like, we can trade Van Kadishin, right? But it's just who the hell are we going to get in return? That's the problem. And Roth used to be a player of ours. Like, I did this the last time. I started scrolling through all these players. I'm like, he used to be our player. He used to be our player. Like, I could go after... Hamel used to be our player, by the way. I could go after Kuhlman, Guerin, Ramsey. They're just not great, and it's not anywhere close to fair value. At all. Like, I could try to be ridiculous and get Nolan Patrick, but as it is, my top six is already crowded as shit. So it just wouldn't make sense. The defense, already crowded. It just doesn't make sense at this point. It just doesn't make sense. Colorado has Leach, as someone in the Twitch chat just pointed out. You have Farmer as well. It's not anywhere close to fair value. That's the problem. That is the problem. Like, Leach, probably worth getting. Maybe. Like, that is a really good overall for that age. Then again, considering how few options I have, fuck it. Screw it. Whatever. I mean, they want to trade Farmer. At least they'd have too many goalies. Okay. No. There you go. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because I'm not taking back another goalie. It's not happening. We'll find a team. This is just one player that needs to be traded, by the way. There's quite a few of them. There we go. Castonguay. Finally. Finally. There's also Briere that we could go after. Hurd as well. Edmonton. This is looking like it might work out. I'm going to try to steal everybody from you. Everybody. That won't go through, obviously. But let's see if I can make this work. See if I can make this work. Let's find out. Shall we? Shall we? So I could also tack on Hedman to this deal. Yeah, I probably will, actually. Nope, they have too many goalies. Never mind. Never mind. Anybody on defense I can get rid of? How about this unsigned guy? There was the other unsigned forward that we just drafted, or at least that the AI drafted for me, who isn't that great. He's actually not that bad, but will that go through? I mean, yeah, I know the value bar is extremely one-sided. I'm just saying. Just saying. Let's see. Because I don't really want to give up picks yet, but we'll start looking in that direction. We'll start looking in that direction. Second round picks, will that go through? Still no. Let's change one of them to a first at least. How about our first round pick in 2032 and a second the next year? Still no. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So how about 2 first round picks, you scumbags? Sweeten it just a touch, they say. Sweeten it just a touch. 2 first-round picks and the reigning Vezina Trophy winner at a 92 overall. Fuck yourselves. You're ridiculous. 4th-round pick, that's actually going to be less value than the guy I just took off the deal, isn't it? Yes, it is. Lovely. How about the 3rd-round pick from the Islanders? Will that go through? I just need to get deals done at this point. I fucking hate Edmonton. At this point, though, I don't care. Deals just have to be done. Holy shit, this is highway robbery. But we'll do it. We'll do it. Van Kadishin's at least traded to the other conference. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Dundas, you're the man. You are the man here now. Let's hope you can get the job done. Is Edmonton joining the rage meter? They're close. They are close. Let's send down those 2 guys and we'll figure out the lineup. Oh, we'll figure out the lineup from here. Which, who the hell knows what we're really going to do. The defense, again, looks set as long as Scarlett doesn't start complaining about ice time. Which could be the case. Could very well be the case. That he'll start complaining, but we should be alright. Otherwise, Haig and Dahlin aren't looking like they're too happy. Which is unfortunate, but deal with it. And if they complain, fuck it, we'll get rid of them. And our top 6. Like, is it worth keeping Hischier and Tippett? Like, Zeeler and his progress was incredible. Is it worth holding on to him? I think I'm going to get rid of Kaminsky. I think I'm going to get rid of Kaminsky for sure. Evans is probably on his way out as well. So it's just, do I want to keep Hischier and Tippett? I mean, if I get rid of Nico, that's fine. It's pretty much, do I get rid of Nico Hischier? Or do I keep Zeeler? And I mean, Hischier does make $7.1 million per season. So I guess he has to be the guy to go. Like I said, Kaminsky's on his way out too. I'm actually finally going to trade Nico Hischier. Didn't see this coming. Didn't see this coming because we've had him since the start. We took him 1st overall, I believe, rather than Nolan Patrick. But still. Who can we get for him is the question. Tunney. Joe Tunney. 3rd line scorer. I mean, there's eventually just going to be an issue. He's eventually just going to be an issue because we'd have to trade somebody else away. Nico has to go, man. Nico has to go. It's Nico or Zeeler. And with the progress Zeeler made, I don't know. I don't know. But somebody has to go because I don't know if I can keep... Well, then again, hold on. Let me take a look at what our lines would be right now. Because we're going to have a hard enough time trying to keep other people happy. We're going to have a hard enough time keeping other people happy. Because, again, we have 6 first-line forwards and 4 top 2 defensemen. So could we keep Zeeler and Kaminsky happy with what PK time? I have no idea. I think Kaminsky's getting traded anyway. Which means our bottom 6 is not going to be great. At all. At all, I say. fuck it. You know what? We'll try to keep Zeeler happy. We will try to keep Zeeler happy, but Kaminsky is being traded. Kaminsky is being traded, so let's get rid of him. Van Kadishin, Kaminsky, Malkin. Those are the sacrifices this season. Every year there's a couple of new ones. This time out it is going to be Kaminsky. Now where can we send him? That is the question. Winnipeg is not the answer. Will Vancouver be the answer? Boy, do I not... I mean, I don't regret getting rid of Helmerson. It just sucks that we did have to get rid of him. Vancouver's not the answer either. Tampa, not that I want to trade you within the division. Recchi again became a great defenseman, but no, you are not the guy. St. Louis, the Blues, with Marcel Desbiens, another former player of ours. Could go after Lakonen and Burish, but that just doesn't sound like a whole hell of a lot of fun. San Jose. San Jose. And no, I'm not mispronouncing it. No. It's San Jose, clearly. San Jose wasn't the answer. Ottawa, not the answer either. My God, what do you do when you have all the top prospects already? Or you've had to trade them away, and they've become legitimate NHLers. You know, kind of like the New York Red Wings here, also known as the Islanders, with, oh, I don't know, former Red Wings McCann, Lilia, Malkin, Edmonds, Brickley, Chalowski. I think Briere was ours at one point. Good God. I'm glad we essentially have two different teams between us and the Islanders. All the same damn players. Ridiculous. As I just back elbowed my keyboard across the room. Nolan. Didn't we have to trade Nolan? Nolan was ours, wasn't he? He wasn't. Duke and Nolan. I'm thinking of somebody else. I'm thinking of Draft to Glory. That's what I'm thinking of. Who else do we have? I mean, it's really just him, man. There are no prospects at this point. It's more frustrating trying to build a team because there are no goddamn prospects at this point. We have them all. This is ridiculous. L.A. Like, is there anybody? DeNicola. DeNicola's the guy. Screw it. He is the guy, and I could go after Tunney, but I won't. We'll go after Simon. And we'll try to get a draft pick back in return as well. So that we can build this damn team, call it an episode, and then move on. That is the plan. Will that go through? No, it won't. Will that go through? No, it won't. Will that go through? I hate you. Tremendously. Tremendously. How about third round picks and a fourth? Will that go through? I just... Two-thirds? I hate you tremendously. Fourth and a sixth. Come on now, LA. Cooperate here. You're getting a great player. You're getting a great player in return. Just shut your face. Take the trade. Before I go back to Columbus and offer them a worse player than what they wanted before. Will that go through? Really? I mean, really? Come on. God, such a pain in the ass to deal with. Still a bit too low, apparently. That's what they say, at least. Goddamn scumbags, I tell you. Absolute friggin' scumbags, let me tell you. How did that not go through? They are intentionally trying to waste my damn time. Thank you. Kaminsky, have fun in LA. Have fun. Get the hell out of my face. I don't want you here. I don't need you here. Be gone. Have fun, though. It's Los Angeles. Have fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call up a roll-off, and then depth forwards, we have an 83. So we'll prioritize him over Yakubov. It's a bit ridiculous that Manny Krogh didn't progress last season. It's a little bit ridiculous. But you know what? We're looking good. And by looking good, I mean we are suffering. We are suffering right now because our top six is so incredible. I mean, we're pretty much the Blackhawks, really. It's funny that it puts Eichel on the second line. You know what? I'll just go with what the best line says, I guess. Although I will put Nico at center. You know what? No, I won't. There we go. Let's reunite that line. And then the question is, will Zeeler be happy? Does he have power play time? No. Does he have penalty kill time? He at least has penalty kill time. So that's good, thankfully. I doubt we're going to be able to keep him happy, though. There's just no way. I don't see it happening. But we'll have our elite line here. Can Pudinovs play center? No, he can't. So, you know what? We'll have Evans there anyway. And then let's go with Kearns at center. I mean, technically our bottom six is still, like, incredible, obviously. Our bottom six is still a bit weak. Our top six is great. And having Zeeler there is going to be interesting. It's just, can we keep people happy? Nolan Scarlett's another one that we have to watch out for as far as trying to keep him happy. We'll give him top-line PK time, and we'll see if that's enough. And then Stan Dundas is the man. With Boyer as the backup, we have two franchise-level goalies. We drafted both of them first overall. Damn. And then if we go best lines down in Grand Rapids, I think we're pretty much good to go. Actually, I will have to change things up just a little bit, I think. God, we still have some incredible prospects here, too. Was there a defenseman that I need to put into the lineup? I think there was. Moran is the guy. Yeah, he's high top six. So let's get Rudy Moran into the lineup, and then aside from that, we are pretty much good. We have a lot of defensemen that are oh so close to making the NHL. It's ridiculous. And then forward-wise, is there anybody in the lineup who shouldn't be? Jokinen. Tuukka Jokinen, who was signed by Grand Rapids themselves, not me, seasons ago. Valenza isn't one of our players. DeNicola is, though, as is Wayne Hurd. We just acquired him. So let's get DeNicola into the lineup, and then is there another guy who shouldn't be here? The answer is no. So the other guy was what? Hurd was high bottom six. Yeah, he'll definitely sit, which is fine. And then as far as potentials go, we'll value high top 9 more than medium top 6. Medium elite, though, obviously takes the top spot. So let's see. We got the medium elites, the high top 9s. So let's put Yakubov up there for Briere. Judry's medium top 6, medium top 6. We have another low elite and another high top 9. We're going to drop the low elite in favor of the high top 9. And then for the low elite, so the lowest guys we have are medium top 6, which is goddamn ridiculous. So let's see, who should be dropped for the two low elite players? Martikainen, and then Judry or Norinen, and it's going to be Judry that gets dropped. So the fourth line is looking like that. The third line is looking like that. The second line, and actually high top 9 at 81. Tikhonov or Curtis? And actually, you know what? We'll just put Tikhonov up there. It's fine. Who's the better center? Eddie Curtis is, and then the second line. Put DeNicola there, and then the better center is Morgan Pody. At least better at face-off. So that is what the Griffins are looking like this season. Pretty damn good overall. Pretty damn good overall. Actually, let's see. Here, we'll put a lot. Actually, no, we'll leave it the same because it's pretty much about equal. And of course, the goaltending is still looking pretty damn good with Voloshenko and Hedman at the helms. So again, the question is, much like it was last season, can we keep this many, high-end, top-tier talents happy? I don't know if we can. I doubt that we can, now that I think about it. But we'll see. Once again, we have to sacrifice certain players, such as Malkin and Kaminsky, and unfortunately, Harold Van Kadishin is traded, which I'm not too happy about at all. Really, it sucks, actually, that we had to get rid of him because he's a hell of a goalie. But now, at the very least, we can say that we have two franchise-level goalies heading in to this next season. And again, will it be our last season? I don't know. I'm still taking this on a season-by-season basis. I know people want to see how good the high end or the high franchise potential player is. I know people want to see how good he is, but to say the series has run its course, in my mind at least, would probably be an understatement. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You got to appease. You got to appease the people. You got to appeal to the people. If they want to see this series continue, which you guys have very clearly stated that you want to, then I suppose it will have to continue. So with all that said, we're good to go. 100, 99, and 93 for the ratings. The Griffins at an 86, 85, and 81. Not too shabby for an AHL level team. And of course, Jared Coro will be signed by the start of the next episode. So that will do it for this episode of Rebuilding Hockeytown. Again, we'll begin the sim of the next season in the next one. I might even do the playoffs too if we make it. I'd like to say when we make it, but you never know for sure. For those of you watching on Twitch, of course, don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. But for those of you watching on YouTube, we are done. Well, for this episode, we're not done in general. We can work it out. We can make this relationship work. You know what to do to support the video and the channel. I will see you guys in the next episode of Rebuilding Hockeytown. Kaboom. Another episode in the books. Another episode in the books. Let me hit save here before I forget, in case anything happens. I do have members of my club playing, and they want me to play too. Oh, they want me to play. Guys, I'm almost tempted to ditch you. Go play with my club. It's the last day of the beta. I'm so tempted to go and play. Let me tell you. Really quickly, let me just check something. And then I'll get going on simming this next episode, man. Can I do a throwaway Flyers GM mode? At some point, probably. Seems kind of likely. I'll still be doing throwaway franchise modes, even once this series ends. And obviously, we just filmed what will be the last episode of Draft to Glory. So, sooner rather than later, it's just going to be the Rangers series that's going. So, I'll probably do more throwaways. And also playing non-NHL stuff on stream. So, yeah, and maybe even doing a YouTube series for them. Maybe. You know what, though? Just playing franchise mode, we're doing fairly well tonight. We're doing fairly well tonight as far as viewership goes, so I guess I can't stop. I guess I have to stay with the franchise mode, the bread and the butter. It's the whole show, man. It's what we do. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's take a swig of Arnold Palmer, shall we? Let's take a swig of Arnold Palmer. Let's take another one. Beautiful. Beautiful and delicious. So, I'm going to do another episode of this series. I'm going to sim to the start of the season now, just to cut out a couple of minutes. So, once that happens, we'll sim through. I'll probably do the playoffs in this video as well. And then, I don't know, man. Like I said, I know people really want to see what happens with Boyer. But I just can't help but think it might, the series refuses to die. We all know this. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Damn franchise level players. This series would have ended weeks ago had it not been for franchise level players. Have I thought about doing an Ottawa franchise mode? I have, but I mean, not like any more than certain other series. Like, you know, there are certain ones I have in mind that I think would be perhaps a tad bit more interesting. Not saying that an Ottawa series wouldn't be interesting. But, yeah, you get the point. They would be really good for a throwaway, at least. Twitch specific. So, I don't know, man. We will see. It's tough because obviously at some point, think about how many teams did I use this year? At least quote-unquote realistic. We had the Rangers, we had the Bruins, we had the Rangers, we had the Bruins, we had the Blue Jackets, but we moved them to QC. We had Detroit. So I did 4 franchise modes, at least without doing like a fantasy draft or something like that. So factor in having used the Islanders, even though I didn't finish that series because it was so late on NHL 16. Vancouver. I also used the Bruins again in NHL 16. So I typically use, nearly a handful of teams every year. And I'm thinking rather than... I'm trying to think, too, when it comes to NHL 18, how I want to balance things out. Do I just want to have one series going on at a time and just fly through it? Or do I want to have a quote-unquote realistic series and a fantasy draft series or a gimmicky kind of series going alongside that, which is what I was doing this year, and it has worked fairly well. But as far as, being able to churn these out so that I can get around to using Ottawa and Philly and blah, 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 you get the point. Anyway, yeah, we are good to go. It'll be interesting to see if Zeeler and Scarlett will complain alongside other people. Let me get that quick little audio sync in here. Rudy with the follow. Rudy0277. Rudy. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Dose. We're good. Let's do this rebuilding Hockey Town. Let's get this show on the road. Let's do this. In 3, in 2, in 1. What's up, guys? Tookie here, back again. This is Rebuilding Hockey Town, but you already know that. Whether you're with me live on Twitch or watching on YouTube after the fact, you know what this is. And if you don't, I'm confused by that, really, in a way. And I suppose you could just be stumbling upon either channel on YouTube or Twitch for the first time and clicked on this video, or I was streaming this when you watched. Anyway, season. Let's go. Let's get this show on the road. The team is set. Our hopes are sky high at this point. And don't worry if we fail. I promise I won't do anything dumb in regards to the postseason. Anyway, let's do this. All eyes are on Stan Dundas. All eyes are on one Dylan Boyer at this point. That's really why this series is still alive. All 3 franchise-level players that we drafted are on this team at this point in time. So, as long as we don't end up with another one, EA, please, God, no. like really, sweet franchise-level players, but please, no. We don't need another one. Please, we have 3 franchise-level players. We don't need a 4th. This series is meant to end. This series was meant to end weeks ago. It doesn't have to keep going, EA. It's been fun. It's been good. We can end it after this year, for all I care. We could end it 2 or 3 years from now. Just no more franchise-level players. I don't care if we don't win another cup, which is looking likely considering a bit of a slow start here. Just stop it. Stop it. No more. You got your revenge, EA, by handing me an elite-level Swedish goalie. Just stop. No more. Let's just see what happens over these next few years. And actually, I'm going to stop the sim here because we could, now that we're, a little bit of a ways into the season. I can double check to see if certain people are complaining already, to see if we're going to have to deal with issues throughout the season. We will find out. But let's take a look. And we're actually... Well, it's a good thing the Atlantic isn't that great so far this year, huh? I guess that's a good thing. Hopefully. So the top line, obviously, no concern there about complaining. Bolarese isn't complaining, but he's not getting any better. Bolarese is just flat out capped out at a 93 overall, which is great, obviously, but a little bit concerned. You could argue maybe because he's not playing on the top line that he stalled a bit. You might not be wrong about that. Nico hasn't complained. Owen Tippett, however, has. So that's a bit disappointing. Actually, I do wonder, would Boulerice improve if he's on the top line? He's been an 83? He's been a 93 for a very long time now. So, I don't know if I even believe in that. Zeeler is not complaining about ice time. Just not happy with his performances, and everybody else will be happy. Of course. Yoshimura still a depth guy? They're all still depth guys. Good. On defense, Tronic, are you complaining about ice time? You are. Dolan is not. Scarlett is, because of course he is. Of course he is. So what we're going to do is we got to fix Tronic and Scarlett's ice time. I'll even put Scarlett on the power play, because who cares? I don't. He'll just punch faces. There you go. Be happy. Be happy. Let's roll. 14 games into the season. We'll sim to Christmas, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. People might complain before then. Maybe. Let me say maybe a couple more times. Maybe. He might complain before then. Talking about Scarlett. Perhaps even, somebody else. Zeeler. We'll find out. We'll pay close attention. We will pay attention. By the way, I think injuries are off, as I've mentioned before. So I won't have to deal with any garbage. It's a straight shot to the playoffs, with the exception, of course, of scouting, which is about to pop up right about now. There we go. And whether or not I have to make trades because of player progression or people whining and complaining. We will find out. We will find out. But we're about to hit 2030. 2030. I thought this was going to end in 2025. So it just goes to show you never know what's going to happen with a series like this. By the way, the Griffins, who have not made the playoffs in a while, and it has certainly been quite a long time since they've had their run of success, it's not looking like they're going to make it back, is it? It's not looking like they're going to make it back. We'll find out. We shall find out. My God. As if I didn't have anything to talk about before. I really don't now. I really don't now. Because again, with this team, even more than with any other team in any of my other series, you would expect them to make the postseason and such, and to have success in said postseason. So what the hell can we talk about in the meantime? And by talk about, I mean, what the hell can I ramble about? In the meantime, I am looking around my room for motivation. What the hell can I talk about? I have no idea. I have no idea. I'll just keep rambling about having nothing to talk about. And before you know it, we'll make it to the postseason. And everybody will be having a good time. Hopefully. Hopefully. Tell you what, though. Tell you what. Well, of course I'm, recording this, streaming this, and eventually getting it up on YouTube. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to the end of the stream. Because I can take my dog for a walk. And all the tourists are gone. Hallelujah. It's an interesting thing where if you don't live in... Hey, we made it to Christmas. If you don't live in a bigger city, but you're a tourist town, you'll know what I mean, where it's like you just get overrun at certain times during the summer, and then everybody goes away, and it's nice and quiet for the rest of the year. Nice and quiet for the rest of the year. Fortunately for me, this is peak tourist season, which, hey, I don't mind. Spend all of your money. Spend all of your money so that I don't have to ruin my goddamn vehicle on shit roads. But anyway, see, I said I had nothing to ramble about. And I'm complaining about tourists. It's like I'm a 50-year-old man. It's brutal. Alright, is anybody complaining about ice time? No. Yes. That was back in October, though. Nico just complained recently. Zeeler complained recently. Right. So, we're going to have to add Zeeler to the power play in exchange for Sylvan. Looks good to me. Not really. That power play is an abomination, but it works. It works. And the rest of everybody else, we're good? Yep, we're good. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Nope, meant to go to defense. Silly me. Scarlett was still complaining, right? Of course he was. Of course he was. Here, let's give you top line power play time, because who gives a shit? Not I. Yakubov's an 84. Oh, God. Well, here comes the progression that's really going to screw me over. Anybody else? Yep, Morgan Pody is a fourth liner now. Great. Awesome. How about on defense? Anybody else want to screw me over? Huh? Just make my day and be NHL ready all of a sudden? No? Cool. Okay. So Yakubov, good old Yakubov, and Pody need to be called up. Are there depth forwards I can send down? Not that I want to, because it might stifle their progression. And I'm fuck, Yoshimura can't be sent down without losing him to waivers. Fuck. All right. Well, we have a decision to make, don't we? We have a decision to make. Decisions. Although I could just leave them down in the AHL. I don't think they'd complain. But I'm not. Do I take the risk and just see if they complain? You know what? Fuck you. You're staying down. You are staying down in the minors. I'm putting my foot down. At least till we get to the trade deadline. Because then I'll see everybody that's made progression, and we'll take it from there. So let's sim to the deadline. Maybe. Guarantee somebody complains and has their overall plummet before then. But we'll find out. So we'll leave them there for the moment. We'll get to the deadline. And we'll make our final moves for the season, which involves getting rid of anybody that we don't exactly need. And then we'll take it from there. Swiss League. Give us the next Nico Hischier, would ya? Would you risk it for a biscuit? As we continue on. It turns out we're having a pretty good season. Here I said, silly me said that we were struggling at one point this season. So much for that. So much for that. The best part is we'll still get... I do wonder how... Oh, perfect. We're coming up against them. I was just about to say, how good are the Islanders? 500 team. Yeah, we're going to get the number one overall pick, aren't we? It happens every year. One way or another, it happens every goddamn year. It's going to happen again. Let's get to the All-Star break, shall we? Perfect. Beautiful, even. Well, I don't think I want to go back to complaining about tourists. So I have no idea. Not that I was even complaining about tourists. I'm just saying, it's like, hey, I like my peace and quiet, man. I like my peace and quiet. If I want to fucking, just... If I want to listen to people being loud as shit, I'll go down to Boston again for, a Bruins game or whatever. Which, God, I can't wait to do. I can't wait for the season to start. Although... When I was talking, as I was sitting there saying, like, oh, if I want to listen to people being loud or I was going to say, and see weird shit. It just reminded me. The last Bruins game I went to, the highlight wasn't even the game. It was an afternoon game. The highlight wasn't even the game. On our way back, I was with my two best friends. We drove down. And as we're walking, we parked in a garage a couple blocks away from the garden. As we're walking back, we walked past this storefront, and there was like a staircase to go, like, I guess kind of sort of down an alleyway to even more stores. It's basically like, hey, go up the staircase and there's kind of more opening and, you know, there's more stores or whatever. On that staircase was... Now, here's the thing. I didn't get a good view, thankfully. It was my best friend that got the whole goddamn show. And I make fun of him for it because I feel so thankful. But, you know, long story short, just, you know, here's a fucking 300-pound guy, fucking butt-ass naked, taking shit on a staircase. If I want that, I'll go to Boston. Otherwise, I'll stay where I am, where it's nice and quiet. That's my story. That's how we got to where we are today. That's my story. Boston, ladies and gentlemen. Boston. Great city. Some fucking weird people, though. Anyway, taking a look at the team now that I told... Oh, Nick Hague, do you really have to complain? Everybody's complaining. This is bullshit. Sylvan, you're killing me. Hague, you're killing me. Hronik, you're killing me. Scarlett, you're killing me. Everybody's bitching. Everybody's complaining. Damn it. Well, except for Dolan. He's doing all right. I might have to get rid of Scarlett, to be honest. I might have to. Or, the alternative... hold on, let me work the goddamn special teams. Hague, Hronik, Scarlett. They need more time. Right. Well, there's Scarlett, there's Hronik. So how the hell can I do this? Let's put Zeeler there. Put you over there. Eichel here. We'll take Dolan off the power play, I guess? Or not? Or not. We'll take Matthews off the power play, I guess. And we'll put Hague there instead. Oh my god. Like I always say, it's about just getting this damn team to the postseason. That's all it's about. And you know what? I think we might be able to do it. I hope. We'll find out. So we'll see if that keeps people happy. It probably won't. As it is, Scarlett was complaining anyway, even though he has top penalty kill time and everything too. I'm going to have to trade certain people that most people aren't going to want to see me trade. It's fine. Down in the AHL, Yakubov's even better. Lovely. Let's just get to the damn trade deadline. Because I'm going to have to trade people. And it's fine. I accept that at this point. We're going to have to get rid of people. It's fine. Let's do it. It's fine. It's fine. And then I'll double check if people are actually complaining. Because who knows, I might not have checked the dates properly. I'm still focused on the fact just about that story. I haven't forgotten that, and I never will. Turns out injuries are on. We've just been incredibly lucky. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. But, yeah, I need to get back down to Boston. Not to see that, but to, like I said, I am just dying for the season to start. I really am. I really am. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Should be good. Should be good. Like, man, the fact is, it's only August. Like, we're still 2 months away. Still 2 months away from the NHL regular season starting. Ugh. It's just the worst. Like, I mean, I guess as far as trying to, you know... Oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that, by the way. As far as trying to, you know, just not stay bored, it's like at least Game of Thrones carries over to the start, for the most part, of NHL, and then NHL will carry over to Walking Dead and the NHL season start, and then everybody's happy, especially me. Basically what I'm saying is, I don't like being bored. Not that I'm bored now, I'm just rambling because... Just because. That's what we do here. Are you new? You must be. You must be new. And if so, welcome, as I've said. I ramble a lot. Learn to love it. Learn to live with it. Or, I mean, really, you don't have to live with it. I suppose you could just turn this video and or stream off and tell me to go fuck myself. Which, I mean, at least be nice about it, I guess. Maybe. I mean, you could just flat out tell me to go fuck myself, but you could just be like, hey, Toogie, I don't like you, goodbye. In which case, I'll totally understand. You know? I mean, it's fine. You don't gotta be rude about it. I have feelings. God damn. Don't worry, we're not going as far down the just ridiculous rambling as we did with the last full season video. Yeah, we won't go that ridiculous with it. Don't worry, I haven't completely lost my mind yet. I say yet, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. Damn. Freaking Arnold Palmer is delicious. My God. I grabbed a big glass of it for this stream. So I'm like, damn it, I'm going to need it. It's going to be hot as hell in here. I'm going to need it. Anyway, we have an incredible record. Thank you for the 2 straight losses before the deadline. However, I think we might still have to make moves because of some of the progression from AHL players. Now, we have 21 games left. The division title is almost locked up as it is. We have a 19-point lead on Toronto. So, we're good. I just need to figure out what the hell we have to do. Because down in the AHL, Yakubov is a third-line checking forward. He needs to be called up. Granted, maybe not. He is happy with his ice time for some reason. So I guess he's not getting pissed about it yet. So I guess I could just technically, I could leave them there. Morgan Pody as well. So it is Pody and Yakubov still that I could call up, but I could leave them down there. And then we do have a bunch of now depth defensemen, sorry, that could be called up and potentially progress a little bit more. We shall see. So I'm not entirely sure. But the good thing is, of course, if I do decide to get rid of some people, we do have players in the system that can immediately back them up. So, first thing I want to check with the main team is the goaltending. Dundas is a 90. Boyer, only an 81. He's not doing too bad in his 13 games, but to be honest, it might be better to go get a backup and send him down to the AHL. That might be for the best. That might be for the best. For his development, not because we need a better backup, but for his development. So I think that's good. That's what I'm going to look to do. I might use Hedman to do it. But we need to find another backup. And actually here, let me go look at these save percentages throughout the league. This team is going to change a little bit. I told you there was the chance of that happening. It's fine. Jack Eichel's leading this team in points, because of course he is. Damn. Damn. Let's see. Oh, what's it called? Entire league. What are we dealing with? Goaltenders. Looking at the tendies. What are we dealing with? Ian Scott's up there. Venkat. Win leaders. Ian Scott in Minnesota. Van Kadishin in Edmonton. Demko in Carolina. Jari in San Jose. Tannen's up there too. Unbelievable. What else are we, what am I doing here? Save percentage, that's what we care about. Biggs, Van Kadishin, Nedeljkovic, who we've had before, and could acquire again. Oh, Jordan Hullett's also up there too. 930 save percentage. How is Roy Drake doing better than our high franchise goalie? I call shenanigans. I do. I call shenanigans. We're going to go after one Alex Nedeljkovic just to get a better backup. So we can send Boyer down to the AHL. Holy shit, he gets paid a lot. Who gave him that much money? Holy hell. Somebody, Jesus, man, what are you doing? Alright, I'm going to get rid of Hedman to make this happen. Hedman's going to be traded eventually anyway, because of course we got Voloshenko there, as it is. They actually want... Wow, they actually want to trade that goalie prospect of theirs. I should get him back. I can't help myself. I should... No, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'll trade Jared Coro in the process. Sure, that works. Why am I... No, I really shouldn't. There's no reason to do this. Shannon McGinnis. Shannon. Huh. Good old Shannon. By the way, that Islanders pick is looking pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to acquire him. Let's go get a draft pick from Colorado. Colorado. I mean, that's not going to work at all. Will that work? No. Will that work? No. It will not work at all. Will this go through? Still no. How about this? All right, Hedman, see you later. We get Nedeljkovic. There we go. Lovely, lovely. And what do we do from here? We send down Boyer. Sorry, Boyer, but have fun with the Griffins. You are the #1 goaler. And we'll see what you can do. You're going to be upset about being sent down, and I understand. But now you're going to be the main man on that team. You're the guy. It's your club, your team, your life, and your rules, damn it. You can do what you want to. It's your party, and you can cry if you want to, because you are the starting goaltender of the Grand Rapids Griffins, the most successful team this side of the Mississippi. I actually don't know technically what side, what side of the Mississippi? They'd be on the east side of the Mississippi, wouldn't they? Technically? I don't know. Rivers. Who cares? God damn, the rambling's out of control. Like, it's not as ridiculous, but the stupidity is off the charts right now, let me tell you. Oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Anyway, who's complaining about ice time? Not Austin Matthews. Owen Tippett last complained in October, so I guess he's good for now. Maybe. Zeeler hasn't complained about ice time, so that's nice. Ike's been happy. Bolereese is just mad about his performance. And at this rate, he's not going to get better now that he's 24. Yoshimura's happy. Nico hasn't complained. Evans complained back in January, which is understandable, I guess. Roloff hasn't complained, and Kearns has complained. Is he a third-line guy now? He is. Shit. All right. Okay, so Yoshimura has to be sent down. It has Hischier on the third line. Oh, my God. All right. We now have 7 first-line forwards. 7. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First-line forwards. And we have to try and balance that somehow. Somehow. Now, Zeeler will still be the center there. Well, I guess Punanov's is the center, was it? Yeah, all right. Oh, God, how are we going to keep everybody happy? I guess we'll just keep doing what we're doing, I guess. I'm going to leave the power play the way it is, and then we'll see who starts complaining again. But, I mean, the AHL is good to go. We're going to make Boyer the starter. Let's move forward. Fuck it, that's the only trade we're going to make, is swapping out the goaltenders. Next season, of course, we're going to have to... Next season, we're going to have to get rid of people. It's going to be a thing, but for the Cup run this year, we'll keep the team the same, and we'll try to make the most of it. Screw it. We'll just try to keep everybody happy for the rest of the season. We'll try to win one more Cup, and then next off season, shit's going to hit the fan as far as certain players getting traded. It's going to have to happen. But for now, we try to keep everybody happy. We try to keep the team, or we are going to keep the team intact, whether or not certain people get upset. I don't really care. I'll send somebody down if I have to. We have players. We have players that can be called up if necessary. That's all I'm saying. If necessary, we have players that can be called up. So everybody wins. Everybody has a good time. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep this going. The Griffins, by the way, turned it around. I didn't even notice. So remember what I said about our luck and injuries? He's only out until the end of the month. But still, of course that happened. Of course it did. So I'm going to call up Voloshenko. And that way Boyer is just the outright starter with the Griffins. Works for me. So let's go to goaltending, if I can remember to hit the right damn button. Nedeljkovic. I hope we picked up the right player, because we are going to need you to get the job done. Boyer is the starter, with Coro now being the backup. So is anybody complaining about ice time? We have officially qualified for the playoffs, which is nice. Is anybody complaining about ice time lately? Anybody at all? No, people seem to be happy because we qualified for the playoffs. Sweet. Well, that makes my job easy then, doesn't it? So we'll just sim to the end of the year. Or at least until the, what am I thinking of? Until, Stan Dundas. That's his name. Good old Stan Dundas. Until he is back. And as our starting goalie once again. The good thing is we are doing relatively well without him. By the way, the Islanders are looking like they might be a playoff team. So much for that being the first overall pick. But it will still probably turn into the first overall pick. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway. Scouting. Again. Fun stuff, this whole scouting deal. We'll scout the forwards for 3 weeks. It's all good. Will we hit 60 wins is the question. Dundas is available, but he's not going to be 100%, I believe, until this game against the Blues. Is that the case? Indeed it is. So let's get him into the lineup. 113 points. 7 games left. 5 wins away from a 60-win season. Not too shabby. Stan the man. Back between the pipes up to a 91 overall, mind you. And then we got to send down Voloshenko. Send down good old Voloshenko. That's taken care of. We'll see if Boyer's improved at all. I mean, he was the starter for a little bit there, so maybe. We'll see. Still an 81, unfortunately. Jared Coro got to play a couple games and did really well, despite being 38 years old. I'm proud of you, buddy. You started your career, well, you started this series on this team, of course. We brought you back a couple of times. What a guy. What a guy, and what a team. My God. Out of nowhere, it's like, oh, you know, I think the Griffins' time of competing is over with. Apparently not. Apparently not. We have 7 games to go. Let's do this. I shouldn't even play Dundas. I should just make sure that he is healthy for the postseason. But whatever. No, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. Profanity is not needed. A swig of Arnold Palmer is, though. Delicious. Glass is empty, though. Now we switch to water. The water count is on. And we're going to hit 60 wins. We hit 60 wins. Jesus Christ, what an ending to that season. We hit more than 60 wins. 62, what was that, 17-3 or something like that, and we play the Buffalo Sabres in the first round. The Griffins look like they're going back to the postseason. Fantastic. Fantastic. Damn. So we know that the lines are pretty much good to go. Let's take a look, though, at the season that was, and who says Connor McDavid doesn't sim well? We'll look at player stats first, shall we? Who says Connor McDavid doesn't sim well? Who said it? Don't you feel foolish. It took having him on a line with Eichel and Matthews. 111 points for Connor McDavid. There you go. 105 for Eichel, 96 for Austin Matthews, 67 for Tippett, 63 for Hischer, 58 for Sylvan, only 56 for Boulerice. Again, disappointing to have second-line players, not break 70. I mean, still, with that talent level, is what it is, though, I do suppose. Nick Hague with 30 points. Is that a career high? I feel like it might be. It is not. He had 37. 37, 5-6 years ago. But not a bad season at all for one Nick Hague, our captain. Oh, captain. My captain. Nick Hague. Sweet. Rasmus Dahlin does it again. 27 goals, 1 assist for Rasmus Dahlin. Explain that. It just doesn't make sense. Oh my God. It just doesn't make sense. Unreal. 27 goals, 1 assist. And according to calculations in the Twitch chat, he is 1 goal away from 200 career goals before he hits 100 assists. Not even close. I don't even know if he hits like 50 assists. Unreal. Absolutely incredible. The fact that there were only 2 players that didn't hit 20 points. Galchenyuk and Scarlett are third pairing defense, and they're both defensive players. Unreal. Absolutely incredible. By the way, the count on Dahlin is 199 goals and 19 career assists, not including the postseason, of course. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Let's take a look at the goaltending, shall we? We had 4 goalies this year. Dundas with 58 games and 922 save percentage. Nedeljkovic with 34 appearances. He had a 937. Boyer with 13 appearances. 915, and then Voloshenko shit the bed. And did not do very well at all. But that is okay. That is okay. Anyway, Ian Scott led the league in wins. How do you like that? With a 909 save percentage, no less. But looking at the league-wide scoring, if it doesn't freeze, McDavid, Eichel, Tolvanen did it again. Without Austin Matthews this time. Holy shit. But look at that. Matthews was 4th in scoring, and then 5th you have to drop 16 points lower to Troy Terry and Brock Besser. How the hell does that work? The goal-scoring king was, of course, Eeli Tolvanen. Troy Terry with 48, 46 for Eichel. The assist leader, it's not even a question. It's Austin Matthews. You thought it was going to be McDavid. No, it was Austin Matthews. There you go. Sweet. And actually, down in the AHL, I do wonder. Manny Krogh had a really good season. Good for you after playing in the NHL all of last year and shitting the bed. Just shitting the bed. Anyway, around the league, I imagine that President's Trophy, that beautiful, beautiful President's Trophy is ours. The Griffins are going back to the postseason, by the way, so it's a glorious day. 127 points. Holy shit, though, Minnesota with 57 wins. Right. Huh. I don't know what's up with Minnesota lately in some of my series, but they are monsters. Absolute monsters. We finished with nearly 4 goals a game. 3.83 goals per game. Minnesota at 3.79. And then from there, it's a pretty drastic drop. Yeah. Damn. Goals against per game, by far the best defense. And goaltending, the power play was still the league's best, despite it being a disaster and a jumbled mess for most of the season. And the penalty kill at 79% was actually pretty terrible. 4th worst in the league, so our penalty kill was the issue. Interesting to note of that. Really interesting to note. 177 times shorthanded. But, alright, so we'll have to pay attention to that really quickly. But aside from that, we are good to go. We are good to go. So allow me to change up the penalty kill just to make sure, because I can no longer trust the game's judgment. I just can't do it. So, penalty kill. Yeah, I mean, Nico, I can see why it was awful. I can certainly see why it was awful. All right, well, that makes sense then, doesn't it? That makes sense. So let's go to all skaters. I'll look for the best defense in general. Matthews, Eichel, Sylvan, McDavid. All right, so we'll go with Matthews, Eichel, McDavid. I mean, we're going to have all 5-star defense, so that's good. And I'll probably just play a defenseman at forward to make this work. So let's bring in Matthews. And then we have Haig, Sylvan, Scarlets, Dahlin's 4.5-star. Who am I missing? I swear I was missing somebody. I thought, at least. Let me look at defense. Sylvan, Haig, Scarlet, Hronik? I think it was Hronik that I'm missing. Haig, Hronik. Who am I missing? There's Hronik. Haig, Scarlet, Sylvan. Alright, so I think I have everybody. And we can just add Dahlin there for the hell of it. So it's fine. It is fine. So let's go with the best overall players here. And actually, we'll still have... yeah, we'll have Haig on the top pairing. That's fine. That's fine. And then we'll have Dahlin as a forward because it's hilarious. Why not? Let me just put in probably Matthews or McDavid. Fuck it. I'll have McDavid there. Instead, we should be good to go. So what we're going to do, because of course we are going to go through the postseason, is we're going to start with the calendar sim. I'm not even going to look at Buffalo. They're scrubs, and they're not worth my time. They're not worth my time. We're going to start from the calendar. If it starts to go poorly, which it won't, but if it starts to go poorly, we'll change to in-depth. So Game 1 against the Sabres is a 5-1 victory. Game 2 against Buffalo, as Pody gets injured for Grand Rapids just before the playoffs. That sucks. 5-0 shutout victory in Game 2. We now head to Buffalo for Game 3, not before changing the oh-so-important scouting. Can't forget to do the scouting. It's oh-so-important. Game 3 is a 3-2 victory in overtime, and we will just sim the rest of the way. It's good to go. The Griffins are back in the postseason. Not sure who they're playing. They're playing the Iowa Wild. Go figure, but there you go. We have swept the Buffalo Sabres, and now we'll pay attention. Can we beat the Iowa Wild? Of course, the Minnesota Wild, pretty damn good. Can we beat the Iowa Wild? Is the question, and it's not looking good. It was for a minute. All right, well, they at least forced Game 5. And we'll actually pay attention to that. And the Wings are playing the Maple Leafs here in the next round. We get to play Ellie Tolvanen again. I think it's Eli. It's Ellie or Eli. I have no idea. I don't care. Game 5 for the Grand Rapids Griffins. Can they move on? Can they defeat the Iowa Wild? Let's find out. First period is not great. Second period is even worse. Third period... So about that high franchise goalie. About that high franchise goalie. I don't know if the series is worth continuing to see how good he is. Because I will never forget the day he lost a Game 5 8-1. No empty netters. 8-1. Shot from a terrible angle. Good quality chance there. I mean, this goal from Silfverberg wasn't great. Well, the Griffins are out. So much for them returning to playoff dominance. Speaking of playoff dominance, we have the main team, Red Wings. Okay, I'm a tad bit nervous now at this point. Just gonna throw that out there. I'm a lot bit nervous right now. Game 5. Game 5. First period. Evans, thank you. Second period. Bolarese and Eichel, thank you. Third period. 46 shots to 24. Overtime. Thank you, Jack Eichel. 51 shots to 28. Thank God we're just as proficient in overtime as we were during the last postseason. Game 6. I have nothing to say right now until I find out exactly how this goes. First period. Matthews, thank you very much. Second period. Third period. Owen Tippett, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to Game 7 at least. Right? Yay! Game 7 against Toronto. 96-92, 82 goaltending. 82 goal, 50 plus saves, 82 goaltending. Excuse me. We didn't even look at Buffalo. Okay, Tolvanen's great. You got this son of a bitch that was definitely not on our team at one point. Puljujarvi, Marner, William Nylander. You got this guy who definitely wasn't on our team at some point. On defense, I mean, you got this guy who definitely wasn't a former Red Wing. Are you shitting my nuts right now? Are you... How? 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 I'm not asking how. I'm saying hello to my Indian friend. If we lose this series, I might just end rebuilding Hockey Town. Right here, right now. First period of Game 7. I'm done. I'm done to ass, even. I'm sorry, Pup, that I scared the hell out of you. Emmy, come here. I'm sorry, Pup. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have thrown the controller. I'm sorry. Come here. I'm so sorry. It's just this team. This team. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I scared you. I am. I'm sorry. Okay? I apologize. Belly rubs. Everything makes it better. I'm sorry. Okay? You can stay here. There won't be any more throwing controllers. Don't worry, because the series is over, so there won't be any more throwing controllers, Em. It's all good. It's all good. Second period. Thank you, Philip Roenick. And, third period. Holy fucking God. Oh my God. If I want... Now's the time where I wish I was the type of person to just be able to fake those over-the-top reactions. I can't. Number one, because this game kicked me so far down into the fucking dirt that The best part is we're still going to lose this game. Overtime. I'm not even going to react until we know what happens. Overtime. You watch. We'll still... I've never been so happy in my life. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm broken. I am just mentally fucking broken. Toronto blew it again, by the way. Just... Oh my God. Fuck's sake, man. Just give me a second, like, to try and dissect what the fuck just happened. How? I guess Nedeljkovic was the right guy to trade for, huh? I can't, like, I'm sitting here trying to think, like, how can I act like a fucking Muppet and just freak the fuck out? Like, I can't. I can barely speak right now, at least not in frickin' sentences. Holy shit. The series that refuses to die continues. We're going to the Eastern Conference Final. The series that refuses to die. Moving on to play Carolina. First game. Okay, yep. Let's just keep doing it this way then. Let's not keep doing it this way as we drop the first two games. In-depth sim, here we come. In-depth sim, here we come. First period. Hey, Evans and Roloff. Second period. Third period. Hey, Eichel, Hischier, and McDavid. We're back on the board. Well, apparently I'm not doing the calendar sim again anytime soon. Apparently. We'll keep going with the in-depth sim. What the hell, man? What the hell? First period of whatever, I think this is game 4. Alright, Hischier and Yoshimura. Second period. Can we stop a puck? Yoshimura and Tippett. Third period. McDavid, just not good enough. We're down 3-1 again. Just throwing that out there. We're down 3-1 again. Game 5. Not going to make a lineup changes because we should be good enough to win the goddamn cup 16-0. First period. Second period. It's all that for fucking nothing. Because we're going to lose in 5 games to Carolina. Third period, it's over. All that for fucking nothing. Entire game 7 with Toronto for fucking nothing. That's why I don't get too excited about moments like that, because it wasn't the cup final. We just lost in 5 games to Carolina. Oh my God. That Toronto win was for nothing. What's their team look like? How could they... How? Gauthier, Aho, Radish, Vigilante, Nolan Patrick, Burkhole. I mean, like, they have a good team, right? Like, that's a decent team. Rich Potter, by the way, that name makes me laugh. But on defense, it's good, for sure. They're a good team. He has a .915 save percentage. He has a goddamn .915 save percentage. Problem is, somehow, our 91 overall franchise goalie had worse than a .915 save percentage. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate the snow. I hate the snow. I hate this game. And I hate the snow. We just fucking blew it again. And we wouldn't have won the cup last year if I didn't cheat. We are the Washington Capitals. Dominate the regular season. And then do fuck all with it. How the hell? Just Carolina wins the cup. The Iowa Wild win the Calder Cup. Can't wait to see how many awards we won. Can't wait. Didn't win the cup, that's for sure. Oh, Connor McDavid, the Art Ross. Oh, Connor McDavid, the Hart. Oh, Sylvan, the Norris. Oh, Connor McDavid with the Lady Bing. Dundas with the Calder. Van Kadishin won the Vezina, though, so that's great. Yeah, no, yeah, he wins again. Great. Jennings goes to Dundas. Yep, and Velkovich, great. Yep, hey, Matt Spencer, how you doing? Oh, McDavid won to Ted Lindsay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. No, it's fine. No, I'm fine. What are you talking? It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. It's fine that Harold Van Kadishin won the Vezina again. Even though Dundas is a 91 and won the Jennings. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Trust me. No. I'm not mad. You shouldn't be either. No, there's no frustration here. Of course not. 62-win season? Pfft, that's nothing. Doesn't mean shit. Clearly. 70 wins or bust. Retired players, Connor, please retire. Leave me the fuck alone. Is Coro gonna retire? At least he is. I don't know if I can play another season with this team. I don't think I can do it. After choking to that extent again, I don't know if I can physically bring myself to record another damn episode of this series. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I just don't think it's possible. I'm glad there's going to be another elite goalie in the draft, though. That's lovely. That's lovely. And St. Louis doesn't want to trade the pick, so we're not going to be able to get it. How about Tampa, though? How about Tampa? Nobody wants to trade their picks. Well, isn't that just lovely? Florida. How about you and I? We have a little discussion about politics and It keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. Everywhere I look, it just keeps getting worse. The pain just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop. Nico, see you later, buddy. You had a good run. You had a good run. But we're below. If this is continuing, we are blowing this shit up. No excuse for us to lose any series ever. Yet we just lost again. Again. Oh, happy day. Will that go through? Nico, you're getting the hell off this team. I don't want you here anymore. You have overstayed your welcome. Get the fuck off my island. Thank you. See you later, Nico. It's been fun. It's been real. No franchise level players anyway, which is fine by me. Peverly or Kaminsky. Who was it? St. Louis and somebody else. See how good you fuckers are. So that we can immediately acquire you. 63 overall, 18 years old. Lovely. Tampa. Tampa was the other team. Tampa was the other team. Here, let's see who we can take from you. 73 overall, 18 years old. That sounds great to me. Kaminsky, you are the next contestant on this shit show of a hockey team. Da, 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 da. Come on down. You are our next contestant. I don't care what I have to give up to get you. I don't care. You're the guy I want for this team. You will be on this team. Tampa, I'll give up as much as I fucking have to get this deal done. It's just a bit low, huh? It's just a bit low. That's fine. It's just a bit low. All those fucking high draft picks and shit. Go fuck yourselves. There you go. Go ahead, Tampa. Make the pick. High top 6 defenseman. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I really am. It's great. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, can I go work out a deal with Tampa again for whoever the hell they just picked up? Can we do it? Can we build it? Can we do it? Wow, that guy is shit. Damn. That guy is awful. Just awful. Just awful. I'm going to go trade for the guy from St. Louis then. Fuck it, because I don't need to make the rest of these picks. Who cares about draft picks? We already got rid of Nico Hischier in a fit of anger. It's fine. We'll be fine. We have no draft picks. But we'll make this work. Hopefully. We'll make this work, hopefully. How's a 4th round pick sound? Apparently not good enough. No, that's fine. You are well within your rights to reject this trade for no reason. Well within your rights. It's fine. Nobody will blame you. Who can we hear? Let's tack on Pronger to this deal, I guess. Who cares? Will that go through? Still no. Still no. Okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. I understand. It's not anywhere near fair value. No, not at all. Not at all. Will that go through? For the love of God. Fuck it. We'll make the picks. We'll just make the picks. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. I promise you. I promise you. Let's make this pick 17th overall. You know what? No, I didn't even want to make the pick. It's fine. Nope. Nope. It's cool. What we're going to do is we're just going to go to sim the entire draft, and let's have it be a secret who we ended up with. Bourdon and Ronquel. Great. Can't wait Just can't wait to trade both of you. That will do it. That will do it for this episode of Rebuilding Hockeytown. Although at this point, there is no repairs to be made. It's unfixable. It's unfixable. There's no way that we can make this team any better if we tried. There's just no way. So, for those of you hanging out with me on Twitch, yeah, stick around because we're not done yet. For those of you watching on the YouTube side of things, you know what you have to do to support the video and the channel. And just let me tell you, you might want to show a lot of support if you want this shit to continue, because I don't know if I can physically look at this logo without feeling quite ill. So I'll leave it up to you. I will see you guys soon, one way or another.